Hey guys, welcome to my week 10 pregnancy vlog. I have finally done it. I have hit the double digits, which is so exciting and so cool. And the second trimester is literally right on the horizon, which is nuts. I cannot believe that I am only a few weeks away from starting the second trimester. It really literally seems like I just found out that I was pregnant. And I know I say that every week, but the weeks just go by so fast. I am 10 weeks and 6 days today. I will change over and hit my 11-week mark tomorrow. And they just go so fast. I just couldn't believe that it's like after 5 o'clock right now, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to get on my pregnancy vlogs or else I am gonna miss for this week. And it is just wow. I cannot believe that I am finishing up week 10. Like, it is so crazy. It is just flying by. So this week, baby is the size of, the app that I have says that baby's the size of a kumquat. I personally did not know what a kumquat was. I had like heard the word before, but honestly had no idea what a kumquat was. So it really didn't give me like a picture. So, I looked online, and another comparison was that baby is the size of a plum, so about an inch long, and that is just insane, just so crazy to think that just a few months ago, just a couple of months ago, this baby was literally microscopic, and now it is an inch long and comparable to a plum, which is insane to me. So week 10 has been awesome. It has been my best week so far, and I know I don't look it. Like, I didn't even think to do my makeup or my hair or anything, so I'm sorry. It's midterm time, so I have been working on that all day, which is fun. But yeah, so week 10 has been actually a really good week. I have been breaking out a lot this week, which seems kind of weird because, I had breakouts in the previous weeks, but this week really actually seemed really bad, and it seems like my skin might be clearing up a little bit, but I actually had a pretty big breakout this week, and it was actually even on my back and even on my chest, which was kind of annoying, and it seems like it's starting to go away now, finally, but I just was not a fan of that. I am actually starting to get a little bump, I think, which is really, really cool, and I will show you guys at the end of this video. For the first time, I will show you my belly. But yeah, so week 10 has been really, really good. Throughout the week, my fatigue was definitely still present. And I found myself having to take daily naps. But as the week has progressed, I feel like I'm starting to get my energy back. I feel like I'm actually starting to feel like myself again. So as I said in my last video, I had a doctor's appointment on Thursday. And this doctor's appointment was with a new doctor. We were trying out a new doctor, and we were just going to go to her. We had heard good things about her, and we decided to try out this doctor's office. And guys, it was a nightmare. Oh my gosh, it was such a nightmare, and I'm so glad that I didn't tell my previous doctor that I had been going to, that I was trying out a new doctor, because I'm definitely going to be going back to her, which I have an appointment with her in less than 2 weeks. Just for a checkup or whatever. So with this new doctor, the first thing we had to do last week, we had to meet with the OB coordinator, who just pretty much gets a family history, kind of asks you questions about what kind of testing you want done, takes some blood, talks to you about resources available for new parents, and kind of gets a feel about what you sort of want for your birth plan. And that was a really cool appointment. We actually really enjoyed it. we were able to voice some of our concerns, which our major concern is we want a doctor who's family oriented. I don't want a doctor to be completely focused on the baby. I don't want a doctor to be completely focused on me. I want a doctor to be focused on me, my fiance, and the baby as a whole family unit. I want all of us to be involved, and I just want it to be a great relationship, which we voiced that concern last week, and it, seemed like it was no problem. So we went this Thursday, and it was sort of just a meet and greet with the doctor. I have already, with my other doctor, they already had my records. I've already had an exam. I've already had a pap smear, everything like that. So it was sort of just going to be like a meet and greet, I guess. And she once she came, well, the first thing is we had to wait like 45 minutes to see her, which we had an appointment, and so I just didn't really understand that. We got no, explanation, nothing. It was just, it was a little rude, I think. And so we were already a little irritated with that whole situation. And so when we were going back to the room, the nurse tried to tell Andrew that he couldn't come back. And I was like, no, I want him to come back with me. Like, this is something that is important. I want him back there with me. And she was like, well, I'm not going to argue with you guys. And she just had a really snotty type attitude. So they took him back to the room. They had me do the pee in the cup, check my height, weight, things like that. And so then I went back into the room after I went to the bathroom. And we waited there for another 15 minutes. And then the first thing she does when she walks in is she walks in, says hello, turns to Andrew and says, you're going to need to go out into the lobby. And I was like, no, that's not happening. I want him here. And she was like, well, that's not our policy. That's not how we do things here. He is not allowed in the appointments. He can only come in during ultrasounds, and there's really not very many ultrasounds during a pregnancy, to be honest. It's, the major ultrasounds, the dating ultrasound, the anatomy scan, and then sometimes to make sure that the baby is head down towards the time when you're going to be giving birth. So there really aren't that many ultrasounds, and the other appointments in between are listening to the baby's heartbeat and things like that. And I want him in to those appointments if he can be there, if he has work, if he has off work. And so I was like, this isn't going to work for us. This is not what we were told was going to be happening. And she was like, well, that's our policy here. And I was like, well, you know what? We'll just go to a different doctor. That you're not the doctor for us, obviously. And she just, sorry, like, excuse my language, but she just had a really bitchy attitude. And I just felt like we were not welcome there. I just felt like, I don't know. I just did not like it at all. So that experience was just a huge waste of time and money and gas. And so we're going to go back to our previous doctor, who was a sweetheart, but it's a clinic and there's a lot of people there, and so we just decided to try a more smaller practice, which we also found out was linked to a hospital that we don't really want to go to. So overall, not a good experience. Definitely going to go back to our other doctor, though, so no big deal. No harm, no foul. And so, yeah, that was my experience with that. But other than that, week 10 has been awesome. Like I said, my nausea, it seemed like it came back a little bit at the beginning of the week, which kind of worried me because I was like, oh no, like, is it coming back? But then it went away. And it really wasn't anything that bad. It was just like a little touch of nausea or whatever. And so it really wasn't that bad. And then it went away, and I haven't been nauseated in days at all. So that's been really, really good. Andrew has been seeming like he's having sympathy symptoms. He is tired a lot more often. He finds that when I'm ready to go to bed early at night, he's ready to go to bed too. Like, he's tired. He also had off and on nausea during the weeks that I did. And the biggest thing lately is that he has had like really bad heartburn. And I had a little bit of heartburn at the beginning of my pregnancy, but I haven't had heartburn in quite a while. And that's the biggest thing for him, is that he has he has been having some really bad heartburn attacks, and so we really just think that it's sympathy symptoms, but we're just gonna watch them just to make sure that it's, you know, nothing going on. But yeah, so week 10 has been really, really good. I'm just really, really excited as to how this pregnancy is progressing. I am really literally having no issues. Um, and so, yeah, week 10 has been great, and I am really excited to start week 11 tomorrow. And then only, you know, 2 more weeks, and I am in the first. I am in the second trimester, which is so exciting. So, congratulations to all of you ladies who have made it to whatever weeks you have made it this week. I know it is such just a great feeling just making it to a new week. And I am really, really looking forward to the coming weeks, to when I will finally be able to feel flutters, which is going to be really, really cool because I know that's coming up in the next, I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks. I should hopefully be able to feel something, which is going to be really cool. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off, and then I will show you my bump, which is a combination of probably bump and bloat, but I am getting kind of excited because it's actually starting to show, which is exciting. So I will see you guys next week. Bye. So this is this week's bump, week 11, and I know it doesn't look like much, but it actually is a lot to me, considering I actually lost a ton of weight on paleo before I started my pregnancy, and I actually had a flat tummy before my pregnancy. So this is really, really exciting because I can actually see it, you know, coming over a little bit, which is really cool. So that is my week 10 bump, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.